Hey guys, what's up? Let's talk about some Guns N' Roses. A lot of news and stories coming up from this band because they have started their 2025 tour, and there are some things that I want to comment here with you because this is not only a reaction channel, this is also a commentary YouTube channel and website. So let's start. They had their first concert in Incheon, South Korea. I guess I'm pronouncing that right, on May 1st. And today, right now when I'm recording this, is May 5th, and the next concert in Yokohama, Japan is coming very, very soon. Now it's almost 11 o'clock here in Europe, and the concert starts somewhere around 2 or 3 Euro time. So pretty soon I'm going to try to put this out before that concert because anything can happen. So Incheon had a couple of things here. We had a debut of Isaac Carpentier, the new drummer. Some people say he was awesome. I agree. I say he was very good from what I heard on these videos. There are a lot of videos, by the way, so you can watch. We're not going to watch them here. Isaac did a great job, and I think he's a better fit than Frank Ferrer for this band. So very nice, good one. And then there's a Setlist. Setlist was a little bit shorter because they had a curfew, which is okay, and it's the first show on the tour, so the setlist is going to be bigger and bigger, so you'll see. Just stick around. And there was a new intro to the concert. They started with Welcome to the Jungle, not with It's So Easy, which was played, but as a 14th song in the set. They did this back in 2000s, not 2000s, but 2010s with DJ Ashba and Bumblefoot and all those guys. So yeah, cool. Then another thing, Axel was Axel. Some songs, the lower register songs sounded fantastic and the higher register sounded like they always sound, but it is what it is, and I'm not here to talk about that right now. And I want to mention also Slash's solo because he didn't play Godfather. Finally, he played a fantastic blues solo because Slash is a blues guitarist right now. Remember, Orgy of the Damned album from last year, total blues. So Slash is slowly sinking fully into the blues. So check that one out if you find it on YouTube or wherever. So no surprise songs were played, but there were some surprises on the setlist that leaked online. It didn't leak. Guns N' Roses crew gave that setlist to some lovely fans after the concert. And those lovely fans from Incheon, South Korea showed us that there is a song called Atlas Shrugged on this playlist, but more on that later. One more interesting thing, I guess, for me was the location of this concert, and I wrote this article about it. So very cool location, some field, it is called, I'll tell you, Songdo Moonlight Festival Park, right between the high-rise buildings. So there are a lot of high-rise buildings in the area, and if you go on Twitter or wherever on YouTube and watch some clips, you'll see these high-rise buildings in the back. This photo is from Del James, so very, very cool photo. And I was thinking, I was writing in this, article, wait, all these people could have hear and see the concert for free. That was so awesome. But this scenery is so awesome. Yeah, that's what I really liked. And now let's talk about something else, something more important. 2 days after the concert, I think Duff McKagan and Isaac Carpentier went to Fender flagship Tokyo special event because they moved from South Korea to Japan for the next concert, which is today. And Duff and him, they played musicians, they go to these companies and play some clinics, guitar clinics, bass clinics, drum clinics for them. And since Duff is a Fender, customer and branded Fender guy, he played and he said something very interesting. So let's listen.
So I roll off tone now on this bass. I even do it live. I'll roll up. We have a new song that is coming out soon. We're starting to play it live. It's called Nothing. And I scroll between full tone on and full off.
Nothing. They have a new song called Nothing. Duff McKagan mentioned Guns N' Roses' new song Nothing that is going to be played live and released. So that was the big news, the biggest news. And I wrote of course, the article about it. So Nothing is the song from Chinese Democracy Era. Some people already heard it because it was the part of some of the leaks in the past, locker leaks or whatever. And it was quite a controversial, to hear this because people expected some other songs. The songs that I mentioned a few minutes before that was on this playlist here is Atlas Shrugged. That's the song that is expected to be released this year, this summer, or soon. And then the second one was Monsters. Monsters, you remember the video that I did for the Monsters, find it on the channel. I did a reaction video, great song. That was the second one. But now Duff comes in and says, out of the blue in Tokyo, it was on May 3rd, we can see here, we are going to release a new song called Nothing. So there's a third one. And if you're a Guns N' Roses fan, you go to some forums, you go listen to some people online. And if you did that, now you know that probably because this tour is brought by Universal, and Universal wants their acts, their artists to have something new to promote on the tours. And as I understood, the minimum was 2 songs to release during this tour. People thought it was Atlas Shrugged and Monsters, but now we can see maybe it's going to be Atlas and this other song called Nothing. But the next rumor is also that they're going to release this new album, and on this new album 5 songs are going to be from Chinese Democracy Era and 5 new ones, and some covers like Benny and the Jets, probably Wichita Lineman, because let me tell you something, Guns N' Roses have been playing this boring song Wichita Lineman for a long time now, and every time they do that, those songs, end up being recorded. I mean, just remember Knocking on the Heaven's Door. They started playing that basically from the concert number 1, and then they recorded it and released it in 1991. So we'll see if it is going to be that way, because if this is true, 5 new songs and 5 from Chinese. But we already had 5 from Chinese, right? We had Absurd or Silkworms, that's a Chinese song. Hard School is a Chinese song. Perhaps is a Chinese song. And The General is 2, right? If I'm not wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's 4. So if we add Nothing, that's 5, and if we add Atlas, that's 6. So that's more. Or maybe they're not going to release these 4 singles again on the album, but you never know. The point is, you never know with Guns N' Roses. Everything is a mystery and everything is wrapped up in secrecy. And I was thinking about that, and I came to a conclusion that Guns N' Roses is doing what all these modern metal bands are doing, metal bands with conspiracy and secrecy. Take, for example, Sleep Token or Ghost. I mean, not now, but before. So secrecy, you don't know who they are, you don't know what they do. They're giving you some cryptic messages over the internet to think about them, to inspect them, and to see if you can collect the puzzle. And I mean, Guns N' Roses are doing the same, just old school. I mean, they don't say anything, and they're very, hard to work with, and especially for us fans. So they are a band covered in secrecy and mystery, not in the way like these new ones, but in some other similar way. In the end, we don't know anything about this band. I mean, we know who they are, and we know that they are going to play this tour, but are they going to release 1 song, 2 songs, the whole album this year, next year? Who knows? Allegedly, the album was already done in 2019, but it was postponed because of the pandemic, and who knows? I don't care. But what I think, because today is May 5th, Monday, so there are 4 days until Friday, maybe this song Nothing is going to be released on Friday, which is May 8th. I don't have a proof for this. This is only my feeling, like speculation, more like a feeling than speculation, because Duff didn't say this just out of the blue. He said it with purpose and on purpose. So we'll see. And the last thing I want to talk about is comments, because when I released this news, I was among one of the first that released this before Blabbermouth and all these websites, and I could monitor the fan responses, right? And most of the fans have 2 similar comments to say about this, not about this song, but about all Guns N' Roses songs and all Guns N' Roses related news that are dealing with new releases new songs. So first one is, this is not a new song. Okay, I know, this is not a new song per se. This is an older song, reworked, rehashed, and released. But it is a new song because it was never released officially. Just because you had these locker rooms and you could hear this doesn't mean that all the Guns N' Roses fandom in the world, the millions of fans, heard this song. For example, I'm a huge Guns N' Roses fan and I never heard this song because I was never, pursuing and haunting these songs. Some I heard and some leaks I have from the past, but not all of them, obviously. And I can go right now on YouTube and do a reaction video for this song, Nothing, but I don't want to. I really want this song to be something new for me one Friday in the next, week or so. So stop saying this because, listen, Axl Rose might not be the easiest guy to work with, but he's a musician. As musicians have a lot of songs. When I was a musician, when I was in band, I'm still a musician, I play, but not in bands. I had these songs, I was recording songs every day. Every day. You go to a grocery store and you get the idea and you record it. That is how it is in musicians' head. He has these songs. Maybe he decided, man, I've been sitting on these songs for like 20, 25, 30 years. I just want to release them. I just want them out. So let's do them. Duff, can you record some guitars here? Isaac, do you want to record some drums? Maybe Isaac is going to record. We don't know. Because Frank didn't. All these songs were done by Brain. So, it's not new, but it is new. Just take it for what it is and stop complaining. And the next one is even worse. There is no new music without Izzy Stradlin. No Izzy, no Guns N' Roses. No Izzy, no new music. I get you people. You all love Izzy. I love Izzy. I used to look like Izzy in my early days with my, I used to put this bandana like this and look at my hair. So I love Izzy. I love Izzy more than Slash. I like Slash's guitar playing more, but as a character and as a stage presence, I like Izzy more. And I like his songs and I like his contributions to this band. But man, this guy, first, he left this band in 1991 when they were at their peak. At their peak. No, they were not peaking in 87. Nobody knew about them in 87. No, they were not peaking in 88 after Sweet Child blew up. No, they were peaking in 1999 because in 88 they were a support act for bigger bands, Aerosmith, Deep Purple, Iron Maiden, Motley Crue. And in 1991 they were the opening acts and playing stadiums. And he left. And yes, he recorded maybe the best songs from the early days and from the Use Your Illusion. But what happened after that? See, the last album Izzy Stradlin released was his solo album in 2010, 15 years ago. Guns N' Roses released Chinese Democracy in 2008. 2008 and 2010 is there's no difference. It was the same back then. Believe me, it was, 3 last years of the same decade. So long ago. Yeah, he released some singles, I think, back in 2016. Let's see here. What does Wikipedia says? Yes, I was right. So 2016's singles with Matt Sorum, if I remember correctly, FP Money, Walking Song, Upside, never mind. He's not doing music, and you expect him to come in this band and do like wonderful things such as, I don't know, Night Train or Mr. Brownston or whatever riff that you like from him. Let's be honest, Izzy Stradlin, when he left Guns N' Roses, he released a lot of albums, some of them with Juju Hans. The first one, that's a great album. But other than that, nothing special. He never released a new Night Train or new, Rocket Queen or whatever song he's credited for. Because let's take the worst song he recorded for Guns N' Roses. Let that be Anything Goes or Think About You from the first album, or let that be something from Use Your Illusion. All these songs here from his solo period, they're not that better than the Guns N' Roses. That it's a different kind of music, different kind of animal. And he did a great job, but nothing that significant. Maybe he didn't want to make significant music. That's also possible because he's struggling, But saying this again, like, no Izzy, no anything, it's just so outdated, man. Face it, guys. he didn't want to be a part of this because they didn't want to split the money equally. So I don't know, maybe he'll come. And there were people, on Reddit talking about his contributions to the band in 1995 when he came back to the band and recorded 10 demos with Duff that Axel rejected. But Axel in 1995 was rejecting everything, guys. He rejected, first of all, contributions from Gilby Clarke. He was fired. Then he rejected the whole Slash's new batch of music that ended up being Slash Snake Pit. And here, if this is true, and it is true, there are also pictures. I mean, what can you expect? And Izzy Stradlin was coming back to this band in 2006, and after that, 11, 12, many times. And I just don't understand those people who keep saying this. I mean, get over it. There is no Izzy in Guns N' Roses. Even if he comes back, it's a big question if they are going to release new songs written and created by Izzy and his musicianship. So that was all, guys. That was all I wanted to talk about today about Guns N' Roses. Now let's go and monitor the next concert, Yokohama. Maybe they'll play something new. We'll see. You never know with this band. Like, share, subscribe. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.